So far, we have broken all-time high in UK. We haven't yet broken all-time high in Europe. In Sicily, last summer, we had 48.8 degrees, and so far we haven't been exceeding that number yet. So we expect to see increased deaths among the old and older sick people. Then we are expecting to see also major impacts on agriculture. During the previous heat waves in Europe, we lost big parts of harvest, and under the current situation where we are already having this global food crisis because of war in Ukraine, this heat wave is going to have further negative impact on agricultural activities.
So as we've been talking about, the heat wave is continuing. We're expecting the peak to be today across France, UK, possibly even Switzerland. Again, Professor Taalas talked about the UK records falling. Again, also in Portugal, Spain, and France, very high temperatures. One thing we're looking at is breaking records even across the continent. Yesterday, the Portuguese Weather Service mentioned a report of 47 degrees Celsius. Professor Taalas talked about 48.8. So as you can see, and that was only last year, so our concern is that this is happening with shorter time periods between these records. Likewise, in France, also expected to be the hottest day of the year. Temperatures to be above 36 to 40 degrees Celsius across the eastern half. Out of the 96 departments in France, 86 are under heat wave alert. And the question everybody's asking, looking ahead, when will this end? Unfortunately, looking at all the models from our partners at the national and regional level, possibly not until middle of next week. And again, continued high temperatures for most of Europe. Again, we expect this peak to happen right now in the Western Europe and move eastward, but still temperatures will be much above normal.
The other thing that we are very much concerned is that when this heat wave coincide as well with high levels of pollution, and therefore that will exacerbate the respiratory, cardiovascular, in general diseases and condition. And this is a major concern as well for those big urban spaces where the cities are not well adapted to cope with these high temperatures. Of course, the best solution to this will be, again, being very ambitious on tackling the causes of this global warming. We have been alerting for a long time that climate change is affecting very much human health, and therefore taking measures to reach the zero carbon and accelerating the transition to clean renewable sources of energy, stopping this whenever possible and as quick as possible, the acceleration to renewable sources of energy, non-polluting sources of energy will be extremely important. I think this is a good call for all of us that there is a need to tackle the causes of climate change that we have been alerting the scientific community, and many others have been alerting for a long time.
I hope that these kind of events are going to be a wake-up call for many governments, and I hope that also in democratic countries this kind of events will have an impact on voting behavior,